What's going on, YouTube? How's everybody today? It's really good to hear. So I want to start this video off with a plug. Our mutual friend, the Yak Sniffer, started doing music reviews on his channel, so I'll put an annotation. You can click it with your mouse, or I'll leave a link in the sidebar. You can click it later. But yeah, he's been doing music reviews. It's getting started. He's using editing. It's really well done. Seems like a good kid. Show him some love. Today we're going to talk about an album that Anthony Fantano of The Needle Drop showed me like maybe a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago. It's by Khan and the BBQ Show. It's called Invisible Girl. It's released in 2009 by In the Red. This is their third album together. Khan and BBQ, also known as Mark Sultan, used to be in this band called Spaceshits together, but they broke up because something like Khan, they were in Germany, and Khan decided he was going to stay there. He was known as Black Snake back then, and the band broke up because they didn't want to be known as the Spaceshits without him. I don't know if that's how this other band, Les Sexorino, started out, but anyway. Eventually he came back to Canada. They're originally from Montreal, Quebec, and they've collaborated 3 times, I guess, released a bunch of EPs. They've been together since 2002. Regardless, they came out with this in 2009, Invisible Girl, and it still captures that vintage kind of 60s sounds these guys really like to go for. These dudes like to have a whole bunch of like kind of nostalgic sounds, nostalgic kind of sounding songs that are very reminiscent of 60s kind of garage rock and classic R&B. Has a little bit of doo-wop, a little bit of lo-fi, a little bit of punk, all thrown in a blender for you. Very, very vintage garage sound on here. And they also like to put a big thick coating of like ridiculous content on their albums. Very, very ludicrous songs, a lot of raunchy subject matter, very, very perverse fellows for sure. But they sing with a lot of soul. They got a lot of passion, you know. You can tell they're doing all their music with like a lot of meaning, a lot of, you know, integrity going on with what they're trying to do. This album is 12 songs, 42 minutes long, and it's very, very quirky, very guitar driven, very melodic, very, very enjoyable, very catchy, but it's also like very dirty at times. There's a lot of love songs. There's a song on here about having taste buds on your cock so you can taste shit nuggets on your cunt and stuff like that. There's that one song, it's called Taste Buds. Right there. I don't know if you can find it anywhere, but that's probably the filthy song on here. All the other ones, they had this one cool song called Third Ave, and it's got this, you know, 60s prom, classic R&B kind of feel, like a slow dance. Khan and BBQ share vocal duties on this album, taking turns who's going to be lead vocals and stuff. You could always recognize Khan's vocals because he has that kind of, I don't know, a very distinct kind of voice, sings with a lot of passion, sings with like, he's very, very lusty, croons, moans, and wails. He can sing with some tenderness, or he can just belt out something with like a lot of fury. BBQ does some spoken word on here, and he also does that whole crooning thing. Like they have, I think they're, I don't know if they're in the same caliber of singers, but they're both fairly decent at what they do. Like BBQ's pretty good on the mic, I have no complaints about that at all. They sing with a lot of soul, for sure. Needle Drop brought up in his interview that originality doesn't matter at all when it comes to a band like this, and I totally agree. Even though they're doing what they do, they're doing it with their own kind of take on that 60s kind of stuff. It's not exactly a carbon copy of anything they're doing back then. So there's still an element of originality to what they're doing, I think. Because these guys still pump out the jams. It's very, very vibrant, very, I don't know. What am I trying to say? Like, I don't know. It sings a lot of soul. It's very, you know, endearing kind of stuff. Yeah. But anyway, artwork's very cool. It's got a little underwater battle scene going on, where Mark Sultan, BBQ's the octopus, and this Khan is like the little green Aquaman there, trying to save some babe in a bikini. There she is on the gown on the back. There they are fighting even more. He's got a punching glove on his tentacle. About it. But yeah, very enjoyable album. If you like just good songwriting, catchy songs, stuff that's very, very fun to listen to. It's got a very high replay value. If you like, I don't know, 60s garage rock or Nuggets box sets, if you're a fan of Ramones or the Cramps or like Stooges or like, I don't know, what other 60s garage bands you have. But yeah, very, very good stuff. Not too poppy, not too clean. It's got a little bit of a perverted underbelly to it for sure. It's got a lot of brandiness to it, I guess you could say. I don't know, but yeah. It's not too overproduced, very, very soulful. It's the Khan and BBQ Show's 2009 album, Invisible Girl, released on In the Red Records. Check out Yak Sniffer, check out The Needle Drop. Peace.